So, Nova, you say Soul Demolish is a good card. Amazing card. Everybody was playing it everywhere. In every deck.
Yeah, yes.
Even though the restriction in the very first sentence.
Oh, you're right. The Fate Monster thing!
Hello there. Welcome to the second episode of Guessing If Cards Are Good or Not from pre-2010. Today, we have Nova Aokami.
Hi!
Okay, so for this, what we're going to do is we're going to show 7 cards, all of them from pre-2010. And we're just going to see if someone who's newer to the game can guess if the cards are good or not. And if they get more than 4 correct, they win a gift basket.
Oh, wait! What's in my gift basket?
What do you want?
I didn't think that far ahead, TheDuelLogs. I was just like, I want a funny free gift basket? Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so we'll get straight into the game. First card right here is going to be a super easy one.
Okay.
Card number 1. We have Judgment Dragon.
Okay.
Nova, can you read the card for us?
Yeah. It cannot be normal summon or set. It must be special summon from your hand by having 4 or more Lightborn monsters with different names in your graveyard. You can pay 1,000 life points to destroy all other cards in the field. Once per turn during the end phase, you can send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you think this card was good or was it bad?
Probably, because I think correct me if I'm wrong, but like removal at the time, there wasn't a lot of cards that did a big amount of removal. Oh god, I feel like the way I'm speaking sounds like I'm stupid. But I feel like at the time there wasn't a lot of cards doing removal, so I feel like having a card that can destroy all monsters on the other side of the field is like really good. So I would say pre-2010, this swag.
Okay, so you're saying this is a very good card because removal at the time was really bad. So if I can confirm or deny some of these things, but I don't know how much of that would just be giving hints. So I'm just going to leave that vague for you, and we'll just go straight into seeing if this card was good or not. So for Judgment Dragon, you say this card was great?
I would say it was good.
I would be remiss to tell you that this card, pre-2010, was so good, it was like limited for a bit.
Yeah!
It was very good.
You see what I mean? I told you, TheDuelLogs! My P-brain works for this because this is a time when the game was small brain. My brain links up with this game. Remove cards. Yes, this is amazing.
One of the notable things about this is that its removal effect is not once per turn.
Yeah.
So as long as you have life points to pay, you could just keep paying them to keep destroying everything. So if your opponent was floating, you could just keep doing it. And also, this was being priority was still in the game, so as soon as it came down, you could immediately destroy the field before your opponent had a chance to respond.
Oh my god.
So it was like even better.
I'm so big brain, bro. I'm so big brain. Leah's quaking.
It was even easy to bring out too, and also its summon effect wasn't once per turn, so you can bring out multiple Judgment Dragons, kind of like Dark Arm Dragon.
Yeah.
So it was very good, easy one to start off with, even for like old school cards. Let's go on to the next one. Next up, we have Woodland Sprite. Can you read this for the audience?
Okay. Send 1 equipped card equipped to this card to the graveyard and inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points.
Yes. So, it deals burn damage.
Yeah.
How do you think about this one? You think it saw competitive play in the past?
I have to think. Let me DuelLogs editors in the future. Put the what's it called? A copyright-free version of the Jeopardy theme song while I'm trying to think. Go.
Oh my god.
Let's see, 500 life points. I'm trying to think of anime logic. That's where my brain is going. Anime logic. If it's only 500, I would say no. This is poo-poo.
Only 500 for an equipped spell card?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying your final answer on this is that it's a bad card.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you'd be happy to learn that your guess on this is actually pretty spot on. Yeah, it didn't see any competitive play in early Yu-Gi-Oh! You didn't see any play at all. However, in Duel Links, this card was a meta tier 0 broken threat.
Really? Oh yeah, because life points are
engine.
Because life points are down to 4,000.
Yep, because it's only 4,000.
Yeah.
And in Duel Links, you could actually FTK your opponent with this card.
Really?
Hilarious. Yeah, but in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! It was not. We're basing this on regular Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And this was a bad card, so you got it correct.
Yay!
So 2 for 2. This is too easy for you.
Too easy. I'm telling you,
Okay.
if you watch the anime, it makes things easier because, like, especially if you watch anime, like, if you watch, like, up to, like, 5Ds, you know what is, like, considered, like, it's like a time capsule, you know? It's like a time capsule. You understand, like, what's considered good at the time.
Yeah, I guess, like, not a lot of the cards were very good that they used, though.
Yeah, but, like, what they considered, like, oh my god! Like, whoa! All my cards are gone! That's what's like, you know, okay, this would be probably good.
I guess.
That's my thought process. That's my thought process.
Hey,
like, you see
it's working for you so far.
When you see them burn, like, 500 light points, like, all the time, they don't care very much. So I'm like, okay, it probably is not that good.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's
okay, well, this one was actually kind of difficult. I don't know if I'd get that one correct. Okay, let's go into the next one. Next up, we have Formula Synchron.
Okay, it's 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster. Of course, a Synchron monster. When this card is Synchro Summon, you draw 1 card once per chain during the opponent's main phase. You can quick effect immediately after this effect dissolves. Synchro Summon this card you control. I would say, God, a part of me wants to say this would be good because you can draw 1, right? Because like a pot of greed, and then also it lets you go Synchro Summon again. So, I would say that's.
But I mean, you can just synchro with it anyway.
But it's because it's a quick effect though, so I'm like, ooh, maybe like a part of me is like this would be good, but at the same time, like, I feel there's been too many cards that were good in a row, so now I'm afraid. The basket's on the line. I want it. The basket's on the line.
It's only a level 2 synchro monster, which could be a tuner synchro, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Maybe that's amazing. Maybe it's bad.
I'm gonna say.
How was this in pre-2010 Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. I would say that it's. Oh wait, pot of greed exists at this point, right? Like, is it still legal?
No, pot of greed has been banned by this point.
Okay, then I would say this is only because it's like a pot of greed.
Okay, so a pot of greed. So you say this is good because it's like a pot of greed?
Because you can draw and then you can also quick effect synchro. That's okay. Yes, I will say this is good, but I'm afraid that I'm wrong.
Okay. Well, usually in cases like this, it's more about how easy it is to go into.
Yeah.
But we'll just take that. So.
Oh, frick! No, you're right because you need 2 level 1s. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god. In that case, no, it would suck because 2 level 1s.
Well, I'm not trying to whatchamacallit, change your mind over here.
No, I know you're not, but now I see the light. I always forget that synchros exist. The things you have to do to synchro.
You were just talking about 5Ds.
I know, but I barely watched it because it sucked.
Hey, you can't say that here.
I'm sorry. Sucked.
Otherwise, they'll get angry.
They will get angry. But yeah, I will say pee pee poo poo because it's a level 2 synchro, so you need 2 level 1s. And those are kind of pee pee poo poo as it is. To draw 1, but I'm sure there are other cards at this point that also give you a draw 1. So yeah, I would say for really Synchron, pee pee poo poo, not good.
Okay. Final answer? It's a bad card?
Final answer, bad card.
Okay. Well, Formula Synchron. This card in pre-2010 was... Ooh. Actually, it was actually pretty bad.
Yeah!
Pretty bad about how good it was, because it was actually amazing.
Oh my god, I gaslit myself into being like, no. I was like, yes, wait, no.
You almost had it.
I almost did.
That's why I was like, wait, oops, I probably shouldn't have said anything, because you definitely had it at first.
No.
Hopefully, the audience doesn't blame me for changing your mind.
Oh my god, no. I only have 4 more cards left. I can get my basket. No.
Yeah, so like, no, you got the first 2 correct. So this is just the first one wrong.
So I need 2 more cards. There's 4 more chances left to get the basket. I need this basket.
Yeah, 4 more chances to get 2 correct. Yeah, it's fine. So the reason this card was good was because there were lots of good level 1 tuners and non-tuner monsters to go into it.
Oh.
And drawing a card could allow you to extend your plays, especially for like combos, especially when comboed with a magical library. Or librarian, I should say, which drew another card when he synchro summoned. And because it like allowed you to extend your plays by drawing a card and then also synchro summoning your opponent's turn, it could be used with a Black Rose Dragon as like a quick effect to destroy your opponent's field. And it was very good to the point where it was actually limited for a while.
Really?
So you couldn't go into multiple of them. Yeah, for like a really long time too. And it's even used in the modern era. That's why I was like, maybe this one's too easy. Because it's still used.
It was not.
Like it's still used today.
Oh my god.
It literally has not stopped seeing play since it came out.
I ain't gonna lie, I think this is the Gaslight Log's fault. I had it. My strat was working until you were like, no, maybe it sucks. And I'm like, oh no, maybe he's right.
All I gave to attention was like, usually extract monsters, their playability comes in how easy they are to break out. And then you're the one who said level 1s are bad. It's like, actually, level 1s are like one of the easiest cards to summon.
No! The Gaslight Logs out here again! Where's my twit longer?
Shut up. I didn't gas... Whatever. We'll go into the next one. I was trying not to give any hints. I was just explaining how these things usually work. That's it. For future people who might be watching this. Okay, let's go into the next one. Next up, we have Megamorph, an equipped spell card.
While your life points is lower than your opponent's, the equipped monster's attack becomes double its original attack. While your life points is higher, the equipped monster's attack becomes half its original attack.
Yes. So, was Megamorph a competitive card in pre-2010 Yu-Gi-Oh? Are you aware of the playability of equipped spell cards?
I'm gonna be real. No, because I never use them.
Yeah. Most people don't.
Listen, I only know the cards that I personally use or I watch in the anime, and that is it.
Yes, so you're a perfect contestant for this show, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, so how good do you think doubling a monster's attack would be as long as your life points are lower than your opponent's? Where it then immediately becomes half as soon as your life points become higher. Since the effect does update in real time.
Oh. I would say it's bad then, because once you swing, then you're ham-boned.
Perhaps.
Yeah, so I would say it's not good.
Because of the swing and then your ham bone situation?
Yeah.
Okay, would you say that's your final answer?
Wait, no, they could OTK with this. Wait.
Oh, maybe you're onto something.
Because, oh my god, wait. They could, in theory, OTK. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Wait, no. Oh my god. Yeah, because... But that's the thing, they could be able to get a 4,000 level monster in one turn. How possible is that in an older Yu-Gi-Oh? It's not, is it?
I don't know.
Yes, you do! You're just gaslighting me! Again!
Oh, I guess I should say I do know exactly, but I can't tell you.
No! Okay, I have to think. I feel like at this point, getting out 4,000 level monster at this point is probably quite difficult, right? So you probably
Perhaps.
can't OTK. So in that case, yeah, I think it'd be bad because I think at this point OTKing is harder. Something like now is pretty easy.
You're right. OTKing was harder back then.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
To the point where if you could OTK, that was a selling point of your strategy.
Yeah. So in this case, I would say no, only because it's probably hard to get out a level 4,000 monster to OTK in. And if because it's a vanilla card, it'd be so easy, just throws in any deck, right?
Yeah, it's completely generic.
Yeah, so in that case, I feel like it's stinky.
Okay, so your final answer is this is a bad card.
Yeah.
Absolute terrible, unplayable, nobody used it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the correct answer is that this card was actually played quite a bit.
No!
It wasn't a superly heavily played staple, but it did see a lot of competitive topping results.
Oh no!
Specifically in a deck with Cyberstein, which would pay 5,000 life points to special summon out Cyber and Dragon from the extra deck, which had 4,000 attack and piercing damage. So your life points were already low because of paying 5,000 to bring it out. And then you equip with this and becomes an 8,000 attack piercer, which was almost guaranteed to win as long as you did any kind of damage to your opponent previously.
Oh my god.
Or if they did 0 defense monster, or if they had something with like less than 700 attack because Cyberstein being able to attack as well.
Oh my god. It's so funny too. So I was thinking about like, man, but Cyber End Dragon? No. And I was like, no, that's so dumb.
Yeah, like in the comments of the previous video when we had Cyber Twin Dragon on it, people were like, what about Cyber End Dragon and Megamorph combos?
No.
There was also it was also used with a Demise OTK decks, where they would use the Ritual Monster, whatchamacallit, Demise King of Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
He'd pay 2,000 to destroy all cards in the field, just like Judgment Dragon. And then you could also equip this to Megamorph on top of him.
Mm.
And then if you also brought out this one bug monster, it was like exactly 8,000 damage, which was unheard of at the time. You clear the entire field and then just attack for exactly 8,000 thanks to Megamorph.
Mm-hmm.
So it was used in a couple of strategies, but mainly this everybody knows the Cyber End Dragon combo.
Okay.
In modern Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously this card's garbage because you need to be able to win immediately, otherwise you just like
otherwise you're just dead.
Yeah. And also, you know, what do you use equip cards? They suck.
Yeah.
But back then, being able to win for 8,000 points, that was something you can actually set up.
Yeah.
You can just build towards getting 8,000 damage. Okay. So, that's two right in a row, two wrong in a row. Let's go on to the next one.
I'm so scared by basket.
Are you feeling confident?
No! I was! And then I lost
Let's go on to the
it!
next one. Weather report. Go ahead and read this for the audience.
Flip. Destroy as many swords revealing light in your opponent control as possible. And if you do, you can perform the next battle phase twice. The above text is unofficial and describes this card's functionality in the OCG. What?
Just ignore that part.
I will pretend I did not read that. I do not see.
Yeah. So, weather report. Flip, destroy your opponent's swords of revealing light. And if you do, you get 2 battle phases during your next battle phase.
I want to say this is bad only because this would imply that you have to use your swords of revealing light, right? And if it's not...
It has to specifically destroy your opponent's swords of revealing light.
Yeah. Has to destroy that. And like from what I remember, I don't remember dual monsters very well. But from what I remember, you only used like 1. So, like...
Yeah. Swords of revealing light was commonly played back then. It was even like limited for a while.
Really? Oh. Yeah, I want to say this is bad only because it's very conditional. Like it has to have... Your opponent has to have swords revealing light on the field. They have to be using it, right?
Yeah, they have to be using it.
Yeah, and you have to have this in your hand and be able to summon it in order to use it. So,
yep.
I want to say that this
But you get 2 battle phases.
Yeah, but it's like a level 9,000 monster. It's not very epic.
Yeah, he's not very strong, but, you know, you only need 4,000 points of damage on board to win with 2 battle phases.
I guess. I'm not listening to Gaslight Logs. I'm gonna go with my gut. I say that this is not good.
Okay, so your final answer is this card is not good.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can tell you that, thankfully, this weather report card was not good. You were correct. It's pretty bad.
Yeah!
This is what we call an incredibly specific counter card,
Yeah.
or just anti-support. And usually cards which specifically counter a single card do not see competitive play,
Yeah.
even if their effects are good. Especially if it's a tie to a flip effect. Flip effects are
Yeah.
even worse. So tying that a specific counter to a flip effect is absolute garbage. This is a meme card. So you were totally on point.
Oh, thank God! Thank God! I'm so scared.
Easy
You're like,
peasy.
actually, this card was amazing. Everyone used Swords of Revealing Light, and everyone had this in their hand. Everyone played like 5. That's not even possible in Yu-Gi-Oh, but they did it anyway. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, like
frick, you're right.
Swords of Revealing Light was heavily played, and even then nobody used this.
Oh, thank God.
Because just the advantage it sets you back and everything. Okay, so that's easy. You got another one. You only need 1 more correct and you win everything.
Yeah.
So you have 2 more attempts to get 1 more correct. So, let's go on to the next one. Next one, we have Soul Demolish. Go ahead and read this for chat. I mean, for the audience.
If you control a fiend monster, you can pay 500 life points, and each player targets 1 monster in their opponent's graveyard and banishes targets. You can pay.
Just a reminder, since this is on a continuous trap card, this is spell speed 2. So you can do it in response to something, like a DD Crow.
Yeah.
And you can do it during both players' turns, whenever you want, just as long as you can fulfill the condition.
Life points do mean nothing, and it's removal. Well, it's a trap card. But the game was slower at this point.
It was slower at this point. It's
Yeah.
basically a DD Crow you can use every turn as long as you have a fiend monster on your side of the field. Are you familiar with DD Crow?
Yeah, DD Crow, it stops... No, wait, I would say it stops Max C, but that's something else. Wait, something else, right?
Oh, DD Crow, I just assumed you knew what it was. DD Crow is it's a hand trap, which has the effect where you can send it from your hand to the graveyard to banish one card from your opponent's graveyard.
Okay. Yeah, I always mix up DD Crow with Drone Lockbird.
Yeah, it's not that. It's kind of like whatchamacallit. There's also the other one, which banishes a card from your opponent's graveyard and negates the effects all turn, but this is not similar to that, because DD Crow does not negate, it just removes it. So it's only like good for like someone's using Monster Reborn, you chain it to that in order to remove it so they can't bring it back.
Yeah.
But if they're activating an effect, it will still go off. Because it doesn't negate effects. It's just like this one. It doesn't negate anything, it just removes them.
Yeah. Okay.
However, the fact you don't know about DD Crow means it's not that heavily played.
True. I was gonna say, yeah, if DD Crow exists.
And
there's no, like, penalty for it. Wait, did DD Crow exist at this point? It did, right?
DD Crow was one of the very first modern hand traps release. I think it was pre-2010.
Okay. So if it
but this one came out earlier than that, yeah.
Oh, it came out before DD Crow. I see.
Yeah. I think DD Crow's like 2008, unless I'm remembering wrong.
Okay.
Which was really early for a hand trap.
Okay. So when we're talking about this card, this is in the context of DD Crow does not exist yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. In that case, I would say that yes, this is good because it essentially acts like DD Crow, and because the game's slower, it's easy to use trap cards. And removal is not as.
It was easier to use trap cards back then.
Yes.
But I'm not trying to give you any hints or anything, or
no.
dissuade you, or push you in a direction.
Yeah, I'll say that this is good because
completely unbiased.
Shut up, TheDuelLogs! You're trying to gaslight me. Yeah. So pay 500 life points. Life points don't mean shit, so get out of here. And it's like a poor man's DD Crow before DD Crow existed. So yeah,
it is kind of like a poor man's DD Crow.
So yeah, I would say, and it's a continuous trap, so you can use it as many times as you want. So yeah, I would say that this is good.
Wait, does this actually lack a once per turn?
It doesn't say once per turn, so yeah.
Oh my god, it's not even a once per turn. I wasn't even aware of that. Oh man.
Yeah, so I would say that this is good.
Okay, so Nova, you say Soul Demolish is a good card, amazing card. Everybody was playing it everywhere, in every deck.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, even though the restriction in the very first sentence.
Oh, fuck, you're right. The Fiend Monster thing. Oh my god! Wait,
I'm not giving any hints or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm just repeating your words back to you.
Oh, you're right. Oh, there is a restriction of Fiend Monsters. You're right. I can't read. I literally read it 10 seconds ago too. Oh, fuck, you're right. Then yeah, yeah, because you're locked to Fiend Monster, I guess this would be bad then.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like how popular Fiend Monsters were back then, I guess.
I know I can't ask that question to you.
Are you aware of the popularity of Fiend-based decks?
No!
Okay. Because I can tell you.
Okay, then tell me!
That there might have been some, or might not have been.
Son of a... TheDuelLogs!
No, you're using your own judgment with my unbiased support.
Oh my god, you're... Okay. Yeah, so I would say because it's locked to Fiends then, that would make it not good. But if it was a generic card, then it'd be swag. But yeah, because it's locked to Fiends, not good.
Okay. That's good reasoning. So, because it's locked to Fiends, it's not very swag. But if it wasn't, it would be amazing.
Yeah!
Okay, so let's go into that. That's your final answer.
Yes.
Let's go over Soul Demolish. Was this card good or not in pre-2010 Yu-Gi-Oh? The answer to this is that this card was absolutely not played.
Yeah!
You were correct.
I got the basket!
But for basically the reasons you described, because you needed a Fiend Monster. If it didn't have that requirement, it wouldn't be half bad. It's not even a once per turn that I'm looking at it.
Yeah!
But the problem with this card in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Was there wasn't really graveyard effects back then.
Oh.
So there was no reason to use it.
Oh my god.
But also, it had the requirement where both players got to banish a card from the graveyard.
Yeah.
So you would also need to have your own resources if you wanted to banish your opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And the life point cost wasn't a big deal. You were correct about that. Like, even in early Yu-Gi-Oh!, it wasn't a big deal. But back then, they were more concerned with life points.
Yeah.
But not because it mattered, but just because that's just... That was just like the meta back then. It was like, oh, life point is a resource. You do have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until later on people realized, like, actually, it doesn't matter. So, like, retroactively, we realized it doesn't matter. But they did care about it, but not because it was important. So, that was just old school about it. Okay, so anyways, you got this one correct. Congratulations.
Yay!
Let's go on to the last card.
My basket!
Yeah, you get your gift basket.
Yay!
Okay. Final card. We have the DD Warrior Lady.
After damage calculation, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that monster and also banish this card. Okay.
It has to attack after damage calculation. Means if it crashes to something stronger than it, it's going to die.
Okay, so say if it crashes, it won't go through then.
No, it still can use the effect even if it's going to die from the battle.
Oh.
It's just it can't attack something and then like if it's attack position, use the effect before it dies. It's like it's gonna die and then it takes them with them.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless it attacks into a defense position monster, in which case, well, because it still banishes itself, it's gonna take itself with it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Either way,
but
it's
you
gone.
can. Yeah. Either way, it's gone. You're always gonna be able to resolve the effect if it gets into a battle, unless it's negated.
Yeah. I guess. Okay. I would say that this is good only because you can use it against monsters that are a lot stronger than you. Either way, it's going to be banished, so it just pops a big monster for free.
Yeah, that's true. However, it does take your normal summon.
That's true, you're right. It does take normal summon.
They did have other costless removal in the game, like Fissure and Smashing Grounds.
Oh!
And they even had like sack. Oh, I'm not going to give too many cards, just in case someone else is watching this. I want to show those cards to them. Well, let's just say they did have spell traps. They could also trade 1 for 1.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case...
But none of them banished. That is a distinction that matters.
None of them banished. But takes a normal summon. Yeah,
Yep.
if you want, you would want to say that normal summon for like combo. So I guess in that case,
Yeah.
not epic.
And it would also have to actually make it to the battle phase, so it would have to dodge trap hole. And it would also have to make it to the damage step, so it would have to get around Mirror Force.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot that goes into actually allowing it to get to the battle phase to attack the monster it wants to banish.
Okay. In that case, because it takes the normal summon, and then of course at that point you have all those like 50 cards you gotta dodge around.
Uh-huh.
I would say not epic.
Not epic?
Not
Okay,
epic.
even though it banishes a card?
Even though it banished, it's gotta hop around a bunch of things, and it's a normal summon. You'd rather save that normal summon for like combo.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, because yeah, you only get that one normal summon per turn. That's like one of Yu-Gi-Oh's only resources.
Yeah.
So you just get one. Okay, so your final answer is this card was garbage, absolutely terrible. Nobody used it ever.
Yeah.
It's just pack filler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the correct answer to this is wow, Nova.
Yeah.
You were completely wrong. 'Cause this card was amazing.
No!
Everybody used it. It was limited to 1 copy because it was so good.
No!
This was the staple of early Yu-Gi-Oh! And the reason for that was because it was basically a non-target banish that removed a monster from the game. And back then, they didn't really have cards that brought back banished.
Oh.
So, like, you crashed into something, it was gone from the game forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it used to be called removed from the game instead of the banish zone.
Oh.
And, you know, the 1500 attack meant it could be brought up with recruiters from the deck, like Shining Angel, or search with Sangan, which is 1500 or less. I think Sangan might have been banned at this time, but it was easy to search out because it's also warrior, so you could search out with reinforcements of the army.
Mm-hmm.
And also being light attribute, back then, light was like one of the worst attributes, but you needed to play light monsters because of chaos cards,
Oh.
where you needed to banish a light and dark monster from the graveyard. So this was just like by default played a lot because it had a good removal effect. And because it was light. So even if you chose not to banish it, because it was optional, it could still go to the graveyard and be used for your chaos cards later. And chaos was super heavily played. And there was a huge lack of good light monsters. So there's just a lot of context to this card. In the modern game,
Yeah.
garbage. Terrible.
I
The only
see.
benefit it has in the modern game is that it's a non-target removal
Yeah.
that doesn't destroy. So you could use this to out strong boss monsters in the modern game because it doesn't target and it banishes, and a lot of cards don't have protection against either of those things. So, anyways, yeah, that one's a kind of a tough one. I don't expect too many people to get DD Warrior Lady correct
Yeah.
because there's just so much context behind it. Okay, so anyways, you got You 3 or 4, right? I mean, 4 out of 3.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 out of 7. Yes, you got 4 correct and only 3 incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you win. Congratulations.
Yay! My basket!
Yeah, this was too easy for you. We'll have, I'll get my people to contact your people. They'll send you your basket.
Do I actually
Thanks
get
for
a basket
playing, Nova.
For real though? Do I get it for real DuelLogs?
I mean, of course. Why would we lie about this?
Yay!
We would never lie.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I'm
so
happy.
Nova, how can people find you online with your Master Duel amazing gameplay? Or Vanguard?
Yes, I also play Vanguard. If you want to check me out, I'm on YouTube at Nova Alchemy V Reverie. I'm also on Twitter at Nova V Reverie. Yeah. I play
Excellent.
Master Duel. I play all card games, mainly Master Duel and Vanguard.
Yeah, she loves Vanguard.
I do love Vanguard. I keep trying to convince DuelLogs to play Vanguard.
I did. I played a little bit. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
I forgot it existed after like 2 seconds.
No!
I'll play it eventually. It's just I have so many more other things I'd rather do with my time.
You better when Deer Days comes out.
Oh, yeah, the new one. Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this, we'll end it here. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye!
Until next time.